When is the best time to thrift? At the end of a season. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, my name is Becky Park. I'm a part-time reseller on a variety of reselling platforms, and today's Thrift With Me video is pretty special for a couple of reasons. One, it's the first time that I went thrifting since February, and I'm really excited to share with you all the goodies I got and explain like how I knew that these things were going to be on sale. And two, it is my first thrift haul in our new home. So if you didn't know, we recently moved. It was actually like literally 1 week ago that we moved into this new home, and I'm in the living room space right now. For the most part, the plan is to build out like a studio filming space down in the basement, which is going to be my reselling space, but it's not done yet. I have a lot of furnishing to do in there before I can film hauls and that kind of stuff in there. I don't want to just sit like on the cement floor and film a haul. So right now I'm in my cozy little living room, which will double as my husband's office. I'll give you a little bit of a tour right now of this space. Let's see. So as you can see, there's a nice little fireplace right there that is being blocked by all these boxes. Just some great windows with natural lighting. There's my ring light. You can see just kind of like the little corner there. These curtains are going to go. They just kind of were with the house when we moved in. And then this is also where our piano is going to be, and then you can see kind of the rest of the house out there. So it's a nice little space, and I do think that this is where my husband and I will do kind of like our bills and office work. I'll probably do some listing and stuff like that in here. But right now, just because it gets some really great natural light, this is where I'm going to film my hauls until I have my actual space situated. So we're going to start by kind of going through some of these items that I was able to find. There's one little bag here from one consignment store that I went to, but this is really the consignment store that kicked off even just the reason why I went thrifting yesterday in the first place. So I'm actually filming on Easter Sunday, and yesterday when I woke up, so the Saturday right before Easter, I saw on my Facebook feed that this particular consignment store was having an Easter sale. So they were doing 50% off of 3 racks of designer clothing. This particular thrift store, you walk in and immediately to the right, there's like a designer section. And they do have some pretty great designer brands. They have like C from New York. They have brands like Tory Burch, ton of Eileen Fisher, a lot of Theory, Vince, that sort of thing. Kind of like what you'd find at like a Nordstrom rack. Every once in a while, they have brands like Fendi or, you know, I don't know. They have like nicer brands too, like actual luxury brands. And that section of the consignment store rarely goes on sale. And so I was excited to hear that 3 racks were going to be on sale, 50% off. Here's an example of one of their designer racks. This brand Inhabit is actually pretty good, but seeing that that was just, you know, a pretty simple tank top, I definitely didn't pick it up for the price that they were asking for. But you're seeing brands like Joie, and you're seeing brands like, I think this is called Gold Hawk. I believe I looked it up and it was okay. Anna Sui is a designer brand. However, I feel like it is difficult to move in the resale market. This is Rachel Polly, which this piece kind of surprised me. It's kind of different from other pieces by this brand, which I feel like are much more modern and fresh. This looked very kind of outdated and a little bit older of a style. So there are some brands on these racks that truly do make my jaw drop. And then there's brands like Eileen Fisher, which are pretty like, you know, kind of normal, not super exciting. Nanette Lepore, and that's even like Nanette Lepore's diffusion line, I believe. Bailey 44, I don't know what that athletic tank was doing. So these were all of the items that I ended up with in my cart. However, you're going to start seeing that as I start sorting through the cart, I did only end up picking up 3 things. This 100% silk Eileen Fisher piece I thought could be worth it for maybe 15-16 bucks, except for the fact that I was starting to find some flaws with it, so it went in my no pile. And then here is a beautiful skirt by St. John. It has a fringe hem, but as you can see, I looked up comps while I was in the store, and the comps just simply did not justify the amount that they were asking for. So even at 50% off, I would have had to pay about $31.50 for that, and there was no way I was going to make a decent profit after paying that amount. This is a pair of mother jeans, but sadly I did have to leave them behind because there was a little bit of puckering right at the crotch, and also they were a skinny style, which is definitely a bit harder to move now. So even though they were priced actually pretty decently, you know, I would have had to pay $25 for them. I didn't think that the profit was going to be there. This is a dress by the brand C New York, which I was really excited to see, and I kind of wanted to pick it up, which is why it was in my pile. But when I looked up comps, given that they were asking a huge amount for that dress, I just could not justify picking it up. So sadly, I had to leave that behind as well. Now, as you can see, I just have this little tiny bag, so it wasn't really the best sale, even at 50% off. A lot of these things just were not worth picking up for resale, and hopefully they'll be going on even steeper discounts. I did ask if that would be the case, and they wouldn't really give me a straight answer, so who knows. I did get a couple of things here, but that is definitely another tip that I have for you when it comes to just knowing when to source different places. Make sure that you're following them on all social media accounts that they have. So I follow my local consignment stores and Goodwills on Facebook. Some of them have Instagram accounts. And the reason I do that is because then I can find out when sales are happening, and then I'm able to be the first in line for those sales. And that definitely was the case at this store. I didn't need to be first in line, it turns out, because not that many people cared about this particular sale. There were not a lot of people there at all, but I was the first one inside. So this is a pair of pants by Rag & Bone. I actually think I might keep these. We'll see. They seem to be like a perfect fit for me. They also are new with tags, which is one of the reasons that I got them. These retailed for $295. They are the Simone pinstripe pant. Rag & Bone is honestly a brand that I have slowed down on when it comes to picking up at the thrift store and consignment store, because it doesn't have the best sell-through rate. I tend to sit on Rag & Bone for a while, and I feel like the resale price has gone down quite a bit. However, these were doing pretty well when I looked at comps. I try to be super organized for this haul video. It's just been so long, I don't even know if I remember how to film a haul video, but I did take some notes when it comes to some of the comps for some of these items that I picked up. Of course, now that I say that, this particular pair of pants, I don't have the notes, but I have the search saved in my Poshmark saved searches. So let me look here, and I'm going to kind of show you what I was finding. So there are pants, let's see, I'm going to search by new with tags since these are new. There are this same pair of pants listed for like $165 new with tags, $125, $65, $81. So I think I saw that I could list mine for definitely around, like, I want to say at least $75. And then they were selling new with tags for like $54, $81, $53, $70. So you can see, like, it kind of goes all over the place. But the reason why I felt comfortable picking these up is because at this store, they had them priced at $26.99. So I got them for about $13.50, which I thought was a really great price. Plus, like I said, I'm going to try them on first. And if I like them, then they'll be mine, but I will probably list them because I like to make money more than I like to have nice clothes. So that was my first pickup of the day. Oh, I thought this was beautiful. And truth be told, this may not be the best pickup, but I couldn't leave it behind. It's also, is it my size? I felt like maybe it was, and no, it's not. It's too big for me, which is a shame because I think I would have kept it in a heartbeat. Look at this blouse. I can't really super do it justice. I'm going to show you the details in a second, but let me point out what I loved so much about this blouse. So first of all, I am a sucker for anything with a high neck, and if you look at the detail on this blouse, oh my gosh, it's so good. And then it's on the sleeves. You can see that like embroidered detail all on the sleeve, and then there's this super delicate pleated like hem, and then you see that too. It's not really, it's almost like whiskered. I don't know how to explain it, but you can see it right there on the neckline as well. Oh my gosh, and it continues to the back along the hem. So this is, the brand was actually kind of surprising to me because I do love picking up this brand, and I have picked up and sold many pieces by this brand, but none of the items that I've picked up by this brand look like this. The brand is Peruvian Connection. It's in a size 6, and I am gonna have this in my April drop. I'm trying to figure out when that's gonna happen. Ideally, it'll happen this Friday, but I don't know if I can get my stuff together that quickly. We're still unpacking and stuff like that. I paid, let's see how much I paid for this. This was listed for $50, for $49.99. I paid $25, but my hope was to at least just double my money. I just knew I needed to like own this for a second and put it on my website. It's so beautiful. So this is going to be available on my website first, because if I could, I would wear something like this every single day. It's so beautiful, and it is made of 100% silk. So, you know, not only is it beautiful, but it's made of just a great breathable material. Oh, I love it. I wish it was my size. That is something that I would for sure keep, even though I don't like to keep things that can make me good money. I would have kept that because there's no way I could have let that go. It's so beautiful. The last piece that I got at this particular consignment store is this Eileen Fisher piece. I picked it up because it's such a springy color. I think this is a color that people definitely would be happy to wear. It would bring a smile to people's faces, and because it's made of 100% linen, and it is a size medium. So it's not, you know, like a large, extra large 1X, but it is a little bit bigger of a size, and it's definitely like oversized as well, but mainly the color and linen. That's why I got this. I paid, let's see, they had it listed for $25.99, so I paid about $13 for this. I'm gonna list it probably around like $40 to $50 and see what happens, but I think because this is exactly what people are looking for right now, hopefully I can get close to that. So there are the 3 things that I got at this first consignment store. So, you know, as I was looking around, I was a little disappointed. I was like, man, this is like my first time thrifting again in a while, and I wasn't able to find very much. I had a cart full of stuff, but as I was checking comps, as I was checking the condition on things, I had to put, you know, the majority of the stuff back, and so that's all I ended up with, which was kind of sad. So I looked again at my phone on Facebook at a different consignment store in town to see if they were running a sale. They said that they were doing like a little Easter egg thing where like you can pick from a little Easter egg, and it'll have a little slip of paper in there saying what kind of discount they're willing to offer you on full price items. And on top of that, they had 75% off clearance. So I rushed over to that consignment store to see what kind of stuff they would have, and they did not disappoint. I have 6 bags full of stuff. And this is where that first tip that I shared in the video really came into play, which is the best time to go sourcing is at the end of a season. And what I mean by that is, you know, we're in April now, so obviously like winter stuff is out and everyone is shopping for the spring and summer. And because of that, a lot of winter stuff is on clearance. And even though that's not what people are shopping for now, this is when I like to pick up those items for super cheap and hold on to them, and then start listing those items in like July and August for those fall and winter months. And so even though some of these things I'm not going to be able to list right away, there are actually still a good number of things that I can, and those things will still sell. And because of that, things are dirt cheap. And when I got to the store, I saw that it wasn't actually 75% off of clearance, it was 80. So it was even better than they had been advertising. So we got a lot of good stuff. So obviously going through the 80% off racks is a little different than going through the designer racks at the other consignment store. You're going to see so much Old Navy and Loft and Reebok and kind of those lower end athletic lines, but that's okay because as you flip, there's at least the reassurance that someone else has already done a quality check on these items. So it's not going to be like, you know, being at Goodwill or any other thrift stores where there are lots of very flawed and very stained items that you have to look through in order to find the good stuff. Everything that I'm going to find on these racks for the most part are in usable, sellable condition. I just have to make sure that I'm weeding out the items that are not going to make me very much money versus the ones that, you know, there's a lot of value in them. And so I do pick up some great bread and butter brands at this particular sale, including my favorite Talbots and including some Banana Republic, stuff like that. They wanted over $500 for these Watanabe jeans, which is I don't know. I think that's a bit excessive. So there is a small designer section at this consignment store as well. I just don't know who they think is going to come here and pay over $200 or over $500 for jeans. The pricing does not super reflect the people who live in this town. The first thing that I got was this pair of jeans by the brand Colors Alexander Julian. This is a men's brand, and these are in a size 33 by 30. These, they were selling for, let's see, they do give like itemized receipts too, which I really like. So I paid $6.80 for these, which is about what I would have paid at like a Goodwill. I'm probably going to list these for around $35 and hope to get $25 to $35 for them. I've never tried jeans by this brand before. I have sold like a cashmere sweater on my website before, but I've never sold jeans. I just kind of wanted to see how they do. But yeah, men's jeans, they were in great condition, and it was a decent price. It wasn't like an amazing price, but it was decent. This I thought was really fun, and it is a little bit more like kind of for the holidays, I feel like, because it's such a bright gold, but I could see people wearing this in the spring and summer as well. It's kind of more of like a copper color actually. So they were asking $12.99 for this. So I got this, and this is by the brand J. Crew Collection, which we'll talk about here in a second. But this one, they were asking, let's see, $2.60 for. So I got this for $2.60. When you see that it says J. Crew Collection, this is a little bit different than I've seen it written. Usually it says J. Crew, and then on the bottom it says Collection. But when you see J. Crew Collection, that does mean that it was extremely expensive. So this particular piece, it also has another tag. I don't know, it's kind of hard to read, but I'm not sure what like the actual label says, but underneath that it says made in France, like the fabric is made in France. And you can see there's like a lot of really intricate detail in this fabric. It's really beautiful. I have no idea how much it retailed for, and it would be really easy to find out like the name of the style and look up comps. I just haven't done that work yet, but it would be easy because there is going to be like a little tag underneath, although I think they cut it off. They did. They cut off the style number and stuff, but that's what you can look up, and you can even see like the year that this was made, when it came out, all that good stuff. But yeah, I hope that I can sell this for at least $35. And like I said, I only had $2.60 into it, so I thought that was pretty great. I love metallic accents. I don't know what it is about metallic stuff, but I am here for it. I love it. This is a pair of leggings for my daughter that I forgot to show her. I'll show you really quick though. They're just Zia. This is the logo, if you ever see that. It is like an MLM company. Oh my gosh, look at the trim on that though. Oh, that's really cute. It's a really great activewear brand that people actually like a lot. So these I just paid regular price for. They had them priced at $10.99. However, they did that little egg sale thing, so I did get these for 20% off, which is great. So I probably had about $8 into these for her. That'll go in a separate pile for her. This is definitely a little bit chunkier of a piece. I think I could still get away with listing it because it is short sleeve, but as you can see, it's like this woven knit material, and it's got like a beautiful cuff sleeve. The brand is Thread Social, which I've picked it up once or twice before. It's okay. It tends to sit for a little bit. I think it is pretty expensive retail, but resale, I don't know. I haven't had the most luck with it yet. I paid about, let's see, $5 for this because they were asking $23.99. It's in a size small, but I just thought it was really beautiful. I liked how chunky it was. I love the plaid, and I love that when you look closer, it's basically like knitwear, you know, it looks like someone literally sat there with a ball of yarn and knit this together. By the way, so I teach high school choir. That's my full-time job. My students lately, it's like high school students have been coming in with balls of yarn and knitting needles, and they'll sit there during class and like knit. Like, is this normal high school behavior? It's really interesting, and it's like kids that I would never expect to be sitting there knitting. It's, yeah, anyway, so maybe they would really appreciate it if I wore something like that, but we'll see. So this dress, I really like the color on it. I think this is definitely more like fall appropriate. So this is the brand Tularosa, which I believe is sold on websites like Revolve. It's in a size medium, and this is the Berkeley style dress. So as you can see, it's got like very boho vibes with like the crochet lace. It's got like a little kind of extra ruffle here on the end. And it's in just like a really beautiful kind of mustard yellow, almost like a gold color. This, again, the comps were kind of all over the place. There were some comps in like the $100 range. Realistically, if I can get anything north of 50, I'd be really happy. I probably will just go ahead and list this on my website in April, even though it's not, you know, what I envisioned for like spring, but the color kind of is. It's just the long sleeves that kind of throw me off. But I think that could be really beautiful in the spring or in the fall. All right, let's keep going here. So I did pick up some brands that I'm super excited about, like Tularosa. You know, there's going to be some other exciting brands in here. And then I picked up a lot of bread and butter too, because 80% off, that's pretty great. Chico's is definitely what I would consider a bread and butter brand. It's not a brand that I get super excited about. I definitely leave behind way more Chico's than I would pick up. But I did pick up a few pieces because the price was great, because Chico sells, and because the pieces are a little bit more substantial. So this, they were asking $17.99 for, so I paid almost $4 for it. It is this blazer, almost like a tuxedo blazer. So it's like this blue lacy crochet lace material, but it's also got this like satin black tuxedo lapel look to it. So it's kind of an interesting combination of like very classic formal with almost more like boho vibes. I don't know. It's interesting. But I'm pretty confident that I can sell this for at least $25 to $35, which is why I picked it up for under $4. So I thought that was a pretty good pickup. This is just a pair of Levi's jeans. They're the 514. They're 30 by 32 for men. These jeans I can list for $25 and sell them in that $20 to $25 range all day long. They're just like an easy flip. And I only had to pay, they were $13.99. So I had like $2.70 into those. That's kind of a no-brainer when it comes to an easy flip like this. I don't have to put a lot of thought into the listing. I don't have to, you know, put a lot of thought into the pictures. It's really simple. It's a quick 18, 20 bucks right there. I got a lot of these kind of like career pencil skirts. Again, this is kind of more bread and butter for me. Some of these I might sit on for a little bit. This I thought was just a really great bold geometric skirt, and it's by one of my favorite bread and butter brands for women, which is Talbot's, and it's in a size 8, which is pretty great. This one, let's see, the size kind of came off, so I'll tell you how much they were asking for it. But it was, again, a no-brainer. Like, I was going to pick it up for this price because it was so good. So this one, I paid $3.80 for, and I think it's definitely made of a wool blend at the very least. There might even be some, okay, so yeah, 47% wool, and then it's like polyester, acrylic, other fiber. But because of the wool factor, I picked it up. Because of the print, I picked it up. And yes, I probably will wait until like, you know, July or August to list it, but it's worth sitting on because it was cheap. It's easy to list, it's easy to photograph, and it'll make me, you know, at least 18 to 20 bucks. This is another skirt that is similar in style to that, or like similar for my reasoning as far as why I picked it up. This is by Banana Republic. It's a size 4 petite, but it's a super classic black and white pencil skirt. And it's a little bit longer in length, which I liked. It looks very modern. I really liked it. I like the darts right there on the front. This one, I feel like it's just newer too. So Banana Republic as well, if you look underneath their care tag, okay, it's not new at all. It's from spring of 2015. But man, I don't know. It has just such like a modern look to it. So I think I can list that for $25. It'll probably sell for like around $20, hopefully. Okay, bag 1, done. Bag number 2. So this is where we get real like fall and wintry. I did get some boots. So this is a pair of Bear Trap boots. They come up to like right below your ankle. Bear Trap, I actually have had some success with this past winter. And for that reason, I was like, okay, I'm going to try it out. Also, the suede on the exterior is in great shape. And so is like the fur on the inside, like the lining and the trim. They were asking $28.99 for these, so I got these for under $6, which is amazing. These are in a size 7. Yeah, I paid $5.80 for these, which is so much better than I could do at the thrift store. So obviously, I'm not going to list these right now. I'm going to wait until, you know, the fall and winter to list these, and that's totally fine with me to have them kind of sitting around waiting to get listed, because it'll be nice to have them in my inventory waiting for me already when it comes time to list this kind of stuff. So that is, you know, kind of the additional tip that I would have to sourcing at the end of the season. You want to make sure that you're not picking up super trendy things that could go out of style the next time that season rolls around. There are those kinds of things where like everyone was wearing it in 2022 and then you get to 2023 and everyone's like over it, like not gonna go down that route anymore. So you have to be careful when you are picking up last season items that you're not picking up the stuff that really is associated with that year. You know, it was the trend of that particular year. You want to stick with pretty classic silhouettes and styles, which is what I think I've done. So this, I knew that Bogs made shoes for adults. I had just never come across them before. So I have sold plenty of Bogs for children. They make really cute like rain boots and stuff, and they have like little handles on the top. I had just never found them for adults. These are obviously for grown women and they are in a waterproof leather. So they're great for places that get a lot of rain. These are in a size 11, which is also great. I have such great luck selling women's shoes in like size 10, 11, 9, that sort of thing. These I did pay up for a little bit, and I'm going to explain why. So they had these priced at $59.99, and I don't know if they were surprised that they didn't sell at that price. So I picked them up for $12, but when I looked at comps, let's see, let me pull up my notes here. But when I looked up comps, it looked like they were selling pretty consistently for at least $60. So I'll probably list them for $75, hope to sell them for at least $60. And even though that is more of like a fall winterish look, I think I could even list them now just because, you know, people are getting a lot of rain in the spring. So we'll see. We'll see what I end up doing with those. All right, so that's bag number 2 done because they just had 2 pairs of boots in there. This I picked up for myself. I don't know the brand. I've never seen it, and maybe I'll look up the brand or you guys will tell me in the comments like, oh my gosh, it's worth a ton. I don't know if that will be the case. I think the brand is called Jack, like J-A-K. And this is in a size medium, so it's actually a little too big for me, but I'm gonna see if I can make it work. If I can't make it work, you'll see it in my April drop on my website. I just thought it was beautiful. I love the print. This is so very me. Like, it's kind of boho. I mean, it is boho, but without being like too boho, if you know what I mean. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I love this so very much. And I kind of like the idea too of it being kind of big and just kind of like draping over me. We'll see if I can make that work. If not, like I said, you'll see it in my April drop. And I paid under $3 for that, or like right around $3 for that. So that was exciting. Next up, this is definitely something that I'm going to wait until the fall to list. This is a sweater by Vineyard Vines. It's in a size extra small, which is a little bit on the smaller side, obviously. But I paid, let's see, $4.50 for this. So I think it was worth it. It's just a very classic, very preppy cable knit sweater in a nice navy blue. I can probably list this for $25, $35. And that should move pretty quickly, I would think. This I also got for me. I don't know what the brand is. I also don't really need this because I have a lot of like blue, casual, kind of tie-dye type tops, but I was like, this is mine. The brand is Sundown. Never heard of it. Kind of seems like maybe it could be like a Pacific Sunwear type brand. Size small. It's just really my thing, my vibe. Just very casual. I like the little ringer stripes. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of water, which I am all about. I'm here for it. And it's kind of watercolor-y. You guys know I love a good watercolor print, so that's going in my pile. You guys, we are breezing through these. We are through with 3 bags, and now we've got 3 more. All right, so these are Coach, and you can see if you look closely, there's like the Coach logo all throughout. They do have this rabbit fur trim. Holy cow, it's like so soft. And they have like these little pom-poms. They were asking a decent amount for these. They were asking $89.99. So I got them for $18. And they have like a little bit of a wedge. So these are the Fiona rabbit fur boots, and I wrote down the style name and I forgot to look up what comps were. So we're gonna look at comps for this together. As you can see, I have a saved recent search for Coach Fiona fur boots. So I'm gonna click on that. And the first thing I'm gonna do is change some of these filters up top. So I'm gonna change the size. Instead of my size, I'm gonna do all sizes. And then I'm also gonna look at availability, and I'm gonna look at what has sold, because while it is kind of interesting and helpful to see how people have priced them right now, I think it's more worthwhile to see how much these items have been selling for. So I'm going through, I see a lot of them in the black, but I'm most curious in seeing ones that are the same as mine, which are kind of like in this gold color. I'm seeing them in like the khaki. So here's a pair, I think these are kind of in like the goldish color. So these sold for $100. If I keep scrolling, these are kind of the goldish ones. They sold for $49. These sold for $60, although those were new. These sold for $250, but they were new as well. And then, I mean, I can look at the other color ones too, and you can see they're selling some of them for as low as $35, but also some for as high as like 94 or 81, 135. So, you know, comps are a little bit all over the place. My goal is to be one of the first people to list them in the fall. You know, I'll probably list them in like July or August. Be one of the first to list them and take the best pictures out of anyone and see if I can list them for $100 and get anything north of 75. That would be my goal. And if that's the case, paying $18 for them is definitely worth it in my opinion. I just thought they were really cool, really unique. They're in amazing condition. They don't really look like they've been worn. You can see a little bit of wear on the bottom, but there are no stains or anything like that on the exterior. So super excited about those. I just thought they were really fun. And then it looks like I have one more pair of boots, and then the rest will be clothes. So these are just ankle booties. They are by the brand Torrid. I actually have really good luck with Torrid shoes, I feel like. These are in a size 10.5, so 10 and a half wide. And most Torrid shoes do not use real leather or real suede, and this is no exception. It's all like faux suede, but they have kind of this like braided detail up at the top with like the little buckle. Torrid shoes, oh, I'm just noticing a really big flaw though. Gosh darn it, look at this. So there's kind of like a chunk that's being ripped out of this heel there. That's not good. That's not what you want to see. So I probably have to list these for a lot lower than I was hoping. So they only had these listed for $12.99. It's probably because they knew of the flaw. They didn't write as is though, so that kind of stinks. But you know, I had less than $3 into these. If I can even move these for like $18, that would be great. We'll see what happens. But I did not notice that flaw in this store. Not even gonna lie to you. But this bag is done. We've got 2 more to go. All right, so here's back to kind of like some bread and butter basics. This is Pure Jill, which is a J. Jill line. This is in a size extra large. J. Jill actually does sell pretty decently for me. Sometimes I have to sit on the items a little bit, but they always do move. And I picked this up because it is a larger size and it is made of a wool blend. And it's just a very nice neutral basic piece. So I'm gonna hold on to this and list it, you know, like I said, in July or August, probably list it for around $25 to $30. And they were only asking $12.99 for this, so I had less than $3 into that. So I'm happy to pay that and make, like I said, hopefully a $20 profit. I got 2 pairs of khakis by Tommy Bahama. I don't know if I've ever sold their khaki pants before. Comps were a little bit all over the place, and to be honest with you, I looked for comps for these pants on eBay just because I felt like they probably sold more on eBay than they did on Poshmark. These are in a size 36 by 34. Comps appear to be around $25 to $35, and because I paid, let's see, they were selling these for $17.99. I paid under $4 for them. I thought that was pretty good. They're really soft, actually. They appear to be really, really great quality, and I'm assuming that, you know, there's some golf thing attached to them, like, I don't know, golf technology, whatever. I was pretty excited about this. Comps are kind of whatever. This is the brand Soft Surroundings, and this is the Gypset dress. And I'm saying mine's new with tags because it does have like a little baggie with the buttons, extra buttons attached to it. This is in a size extra large, which I also loved, and I did have to pay $10 for this. They had it listed for $49.99, but it has all these beautiful buttons, all this beautiful detail, and it is a maxi dress. I'm going to stand for this one. So it's super long. Comps were a little bit all over the place, but I believe I should be able to get at least $50 for this. I'll probably list it for like $65. I think I could even list this for like the spring. Even though it's a little bit heavier of a material, I think it does work for the spring as well. So you'll probably see that soon in my Poshmark closet, eBay store, all that stuff. This is another Talbot's piece. It's a beautiful dress in a size 12, kind of like very tweedish, and it's got this like leather trim. I don't know if it's real leather or faux leather, and it's got it along like the pockets here as well. And this is definitely a longer length as well. Like it's more of a midi dress. It's not knee length, so I thought that was kind of unique, and I'm going to try to list this one a little bit high. Talbot's dresses can do pretty well, so hopefully I can move that for at least, I don't know, $40, $50? We shall see. All right, so this next dress, I picked up more based on style than anything. I had never really heard of it. It seems like, let's see, when I was doing a search online, a store named, Ever Eve. And I've seen that store before, and I always thought it was like a whatever store, but then when you look at the brands that they sell at that store, they actually sell really high-end brands, like, you know, like Adriano Goldschmied, and there are a few others. I don't know much else about this brand except for that. Maybe it's carried at Ever Eve. I just thought this dress was really pretty. It's by the brand Brave, but Brave is spelled B-R-A and then the word Eve. It's in a size medium, and it's just this really pretty black dress with all this floral embroidery on it. It's also got like this little ruffle sleeve here, a little bit of a puff sleeve, and then more of that beautiful floral embroidery. It was just so pretty. I didn't even take the time to like look up comps. I just threw it in my cart, or actually threw it in my arms, because this place has no carts. I had to make like 3 trips up to the register to bring them armfuls of stuff because I could not possibly carry it around with me like that. They were asking $24.99, so I got this for $5, which is still less than the regular dress price at Goodwill. That's why I love shopping at consignment stores. This is another dress that I picked up, and this I will definitely be saving for like the fall and winter months. It is a little older of a piece. It's by the brand Sparrow, which is an Anthropology brand, and it's in a size extra small. But I got it because I liked the look of it. So it has this like big cowl neck. The sleeve is inside the dress. Hold on. And it's in this gray, I'm pretty sure it's like a wool and cashmere blend dress. So here's the big, you know, cowl neck. And I really liked this like maroon trim that's on the bottom and also on the pockets. So it's just like a really casual swing dress, perfect cozy dress for the fall and winter. Let me see if I can find the materials tag. Yeah, this is made of viscose, nylon, lamb's wool, and cashmere. So, you know, it's made of some pretty great materials. It is really soft. I just thought that was really beautiful. And I believe I can list this for around $50. And then we'll see how much I end up getting for it. But, you know, 50 would be the dream. This is another pretty basic skirt that I got as just kind of a filler piece. It is by Talbot's as well. They have one of those dry cleaner tags on it, but if you look underneath, there's a Talbot's tag. It's in a size 8. They were asking $17.99 for this, so I paid a little under $4. And it's this great houndstooth print with like some red in it. So a little bit edgy, also has like that leather trim. I'm gonna list it for at least $25. I also think this is made of a wool blend as well. Yes, polyester and wool. So I'll probably wait to list this until the fall months, but I think that's a really great pickup. This I might just give my mom. I think that's why I got it. It's a size medium. It's by J. Jill, and it's just a really comfortable pair of like pull-on pants. It's cropped. Yeah, this is going to her, so we'll make a separate pile there. I would probably list that for like $20 if it weren't going to her. Another basic skirt by Talbot's for the office in a size 8. You can tell this all probably came from the same person. Probably someone who now gets to work from home. It's got like a really fun animal print with kind of interesting colors. It's like a purple and red combination on like a gray. Yeah, list that for $25 to $35. We'll see how that does. I paid under $4 for it. This is another Chico's piece. I paid, let's see, $3 for these. They're in a size 3, which you have to be careful because Chico's uses vanity sizing. So I forget off the top of my head what a size 3 is, but it's by the Travelers by Chico's line. So Travelers by Chico's, it has a lot of, I want to say acetate in the fabric. Let's see if we can find it. But it's supposed to be engineered so that you can throw it in a suitcase and it doesn't get wrinkled very easily. So that's why it's called Travelers by Chico's. The idea is you can travel with these pants and they're very no fuss. Yeah, so it's 95% acetate, 5% spandex, and that combination, one, gives it a lot of stretch. It's just very kind of like slinky, but also it doesn't really wrinkle or look bad. So you can sit on a plane in these for a long period of time and they won't wrinkle up on you. You can, like I said, throw them in your suitcase. That's supposed to be the idea. Some people love this line from Chico's. I can probably list these for at least $35 and do fairly well on those, especially because they are a little bit bigger of a size. This, I believe, is the second pair of Tommy Bahama khaki pants that I got. So again, $25 to $35 is what I hope to list these for. And these are, let's see if I can find the size tag. This, by the way, is like the actual logo, in case you've never seen that. So hopefully these will do pretty well in that $25 to $35 price range. Let's see, I've got a few more things. This is another Chico's piece, and like I said, I'm really not picking up like basic Chico's, which this clearly is not. This is in a Chico size 2. They were asking $34.99, so I paid $7 for this. But I feel like this can and will do really well. It's like a nice long line cardigan in a really neutral camel color, and it's got this removable fur trim on it. I'm fairly certain it's not real fur trim. Yeah, it's polyester and spandex. So this can like button off if this is a little much for you. But because of like the length of this thing, because of the faux fur trim, I think I can do at least, you know, list it for like $35 to $45, if not more. We'll see. I have to look up comps. But some people just really love their Chicos, and this is for those people. Oh, this is our last piece. Okay, so the very last piece in here, I think I can definitely list this right now. It is 100% linen and it's in a white color. So this I need to get steamed up because it was at the very bottom of the bag. So it's a little bit wrinkly and it's linen, so it's even much more so. But it's by the brand Linnea by Luis Del Olio or Louis Del Olio. I'm not sure how to pronounce any of that. I've never seen this brand before. I've never picked it up, but I did look up comps for it. It was okay. I think I should be able to sell it for like $25 to $35. They had it listed at $17.99, so I had, you know, under $4 into it. I think I might try to price it a little bit higher, maybe around like $40, $50, and just see what happens. It's such a classic look, and it is in a bigger size. It's in an extra large. Also, this is so perfect for the season that we're in right now, and I love this just contrasting black trim and like the detail on it. I think that's really pretty. So very excited about this, especially because it is one of the few pieces that I can list right now. And I think that it'll actually do well and it's appropriate for the season. That is everything I got. So my 2 tips again, source at the end of the season to get the best deals. And secondly, make sure that you are signing up for all of your favorite consignment stores and Goodwills and other local thrift stores for all their social media, you know, whether it's their Facebook, you know, like their page, whether it's on Instagram, make sure you're following them. If they have text alerts, sign up for that. If they have an email list, sign up for that, because they will let you know. They know it's good marketing to let you know when they are running sales. And that's how I was able to find out about all this. I also found out about a Plato's Closet 50% off sale that I wasn't able to hit up. My local Goodwill was doing 40% off. I wasn't able to hit that up. There was a lot going on that Saturday right before Easter. So many sales that I wasn't able to go to all of them, but the 2 that I went to, I thought I did pretty well at. So I'm very excited about these new pieces, especially because it's been so long since I've thrifted. And if you're thinking to yourself, oh man, I'm sad that it's the end of a thrift haul, don't worry, I have a playlist right here with every thrift haul I've ever filmed for this channel. And if you enjoyed this style of thrift with me and thrift haul video, definitely don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that YouTube lets you know every time I upload new content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!